King Bhim Singh and Queen Parvati were living very happily with their son Paras in a palace. They used to spend most of their time with him, but the queen's health was not well, due to which she was not able to take proper care of Prince Paras. I was thinking why we don't hire someone to take care of our son who will pay attention to him 24 hours a day.
I don't want my son to be forced to grow up in someone else's hands. But we are helpless. I will announce tomorrow itself that a nanny is needed for Prince Paras.
The very next day, a woman comes to the king with her little daughter. My name is Shailja. You needed a nanny for Prince Paras, right? I will do this work very well and will not give you any chance to complain.
Okay, I will keep you for 4 days and see. Only after that I will take a decision. But where will you be leaving your daughter?
Not any problem, Maharaj. She will stay alone at home.
No. There is no need to leave her alone. You bring her with you. At least it will be in front of your eyes.
You are great, Maharaj. Thank you very much. From the next day, Shailja starts coming to the palace with her 2-year-old daughter, Leela. She takes very good care of Prince Paras. Within no time, Paras and Leela became very good friends. But one day, suddenly, Shailja dies. After that, the king and queen start treating Leela like a daughter. Soon, both of them grew up. And one day, the queen speaks to Leela. Days of you jumping around to play are gone. What happened, Maharani? Why are you speaking like this? Because we have liked Princess Nayantara for Prince Paras. They are going to get married soon. And after marriage, he won't play with you like a little boy. Hearing this, Leela becomes sad. She returns home and starts looking at herself in the mirror. Leela's image in the mirror is completely different. She's not an ordinary girl, but a poisonous girl. Now the time has come, Leela. I will have to complete the task that my mother had assigned me at the time of her death. I won't let that Nayantara attend Prince Paras' wedding. Never. Leela does not go to the palace for the next 2 days, due to which Prince Paras gets worried and reaches his friend Leela's house.
What happened to you? Why are you not coming to the palace?
The queen said that you're going to get married.
So what?
I love you.
What are you saying, Leela? We are just childhood friends.
Friend? You never saw love for yourself in my eyes. What am I lacking? Look at me. Look at my beauty. How beautiful. Come to me and hug me once, Paras. Touch me and see. Then you will not like any girl except me. This action of Leela upsets Prince Paras. He pushes Leela back hard and starts shouting at her.
Come to your senses, Leela. It seems you have forgotten that I am a prince and you...
I am the daughter of a maid.
No, I didn't mean that. But you made me angry. Forgive me. I will leave from here now.
I will make my poison reach Prince's veins. The prince returns to his palace and does not tell anyone about Leela's actions. Here, Prince Paras secretly marries Princess Nayantara, but when Leela comes to know about it, she immediately reaches the palace and starts apologizing to Prince Paras for her mistake. Prince Paras forgives her, but from there begins the tricks of a villain. One day, Nayantara is standing on the balcony and the Maharaj is standing and talking with the queen below. Leela is looking at the pot kept near Nayantara from a distance. There is so much power in her eyes that the pot falls down and Leela at least stops the pot from falling on the Maharaja's head.
Oh God, what's that?
Are you okay, Maharaj?
Yes, how did this pot fall from above?
Princess Nayantara was standing above Maharaj. How did the spot fall in her presence? Saying this, Leela goes away from there with a strange smile. Both the king and the queen start looking at each other with worried eyes. At night, when it is about to be time to eat, Leela comes to Nayantara and starts speaking. So many days have passed since Prince Paras have not had rice pudding. Before your marriage, he used to eat a lot of rice pudding made by me. Those were the days. Saying this, Leela leaves from there smiling and Nayantara gets lost in thought. Without telling anyone, she goes to the kitchen to make rice pudding and starts making rice pudding for the prince herself. Hey princess, are you a cook here? This doesn't suit you. Can't I even make rice pudding with my own hands for my husband? Rice pudding? Hey, I will bring rice pudding. Now you sit outside with everyone. As Nayantara leaves, Leela starts moving her finger in the rice pudding. Then she fakes that rice pudding and brings it out. Today, the princess has made rice pudding for the prince with her own hands. Taste it and tell me how it turned out.
Oh wow, Nayantara, you didn't tell me?
Just thought of doing something without telling. Leela starts serving rice pudding to everyone with her own hands. Everyone starts eating rice pudding with great taste. As soon as Prince Paras starts eating the rice pudding, Leela stops him. Hey, eat from the hands of the person who has made the dessert. Princess, first eat this dessert and then feed it to the prince. It is said that sharing food increases love. Yes, Leela is absolutely right. The princess once eats the rice pudding herself and feeds it to Prince Paras. Leela is very ecstatic to see this. Prince Paras also likes dessert very much, but after some time, something starts happening to him. His head starts spinning, the eyes gets watery, the body starts turning blue and then he faints.
Son, what happened to my son? Call doctor quickly.
Quickly, Prince Paras is laid down in his room. Doctor comes and takes a good look at Prince Paras and then tells the Maharaj in private.
There is poison of some poisonous girl in the prince's body. The poison is not much. It just seemed that she had fed him poison. This is serious, Maharaj.
Hearing this, the ground slips beneath the Maharaja's feet.
What are you saying? Poison maiden? Yes, poison maiden. Poison maiden is a girl who has been given poison since childhood. There is so much poison in her body that even if she falsifies the food item, it will poison it too. Poison maiden is very beautiful in appearance, adept in dance and music. This is serious, Maharaj. Please do something about it. Poison maiden? Poison maiden in my palace? You should be alert, Maharaj, because if she has entered this palace, she will destroy everything. She is not less than a curse.
Veggie leaves from there, but Maharaj gets worried, thinking, who is Vishkanya? When he tells Rani about this, she also gets worried. Remember that day, flower pot had fallen on you and then I was about to slip and fall down the stairs? There was oil on the stairs and the fragrance of that oil was coming from Nayantara's hands. Prince Paras has eaten Princess Nayantara's fake kheer in front of us. It is none other than Princess Nayantara who's Vishkanya. Leela is standing outside listening to all these things and there is no limit to her happiness. The king ties up Nayantara and puts her in the cell. Why are you doing this to me? What is my fault? Ultimately, Leela succeeds in her goal. She wears princess clothes and jewelry and goes to Prince Paras' room where he's resting with his eyes closed. At that time, she looks like the most beautiful girl in the world. When Prince Paras opens his eyes due to the sound of Payal, he loses his senses after seeing a Vishkanya in front of him. Prince, I have come. You were waiting for me for a long time, right? Look, I am here. Now no one can take you away from me.
You are very beautiful.
Vishkanya comes and sits near Prince Paras and hugs him. After that, she is about to bite the neck of Prince Paras and inject her poison into his body when she gets pushed hard from behind and falls down. Nayantara, you were taken prisoner, right? Vishkanya is about to ask this question to Nayantara when Rani comes from behind and tells this to Vishkanya. Yes, but that was one of our tricks to reveal your truth. What did you think? It was all so easy? I am a mother and I can sense the danger lurking around my child. At first my suspicion was on Nayantara, but it is good that your hand got cut yesterday due to my mistake. There is no blood in your veins but poison. I had clearly seen that.
Soldiers, tie her up.
The king's soldiers immediately come and capture Vishkanya. Leave me, otherwise I will kill everyone with my poison. No, you can't do this. Vishkanya's poison is only for one person whom she wants to make her own.
Why did you do this? We treated you like our daughter. Never treated you like Aya's daughter.
My mother was a Vishkanya who was sent by the king of another kingdom to kill you. But one day, suddenly died. I handed over this task to me so that I could kill Prince Paras. The next day, Vishkanya is made to stand in front of everyone and orders are given to kill her. But as soon as the executioner starts beheading her, Prince Paras comes there and stops him.
No, she's my childhood friend. No one will touch her. Stay away from her.
I tried to take your life and you're saving me?
This is the difference between me and a poison girl. I will always keep my friendship.
Vishkanya is released on the prince's orders. Vishkanya goes away from there with her head bowed in shame and starts living her entire life like a normal girl and never comes back as Vishkanya again.